Hi, Lee. Gosh. Can you hear me?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am well. Let me go pick up my copies of the agenda.
Okay. Bless you.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello. I will attempt to turn my camera on while we wait. It gets very spotty in my office, so I freeze.
Okay, and we're already live streaming. I'm not sure if I can turn it off yet and get back.
Yes.
But just so you know.
It's fine. Thank you.
Let me see if I can turn it off. I don't know. I'm always afraid if I do it, then it's all going to be messed up. So
That is fine. We can just hang out on a live stream.
okay, sounds good. I don't think we have many viewers, but that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. All right. So how's your grant progressing?
It's submitted.
Excellent. Good.
Yeah, thank you. They said it all looks good, so
Good. And
crossed.
When do you hear?
I will hear in December. I think by December 15th. So in a month, and then the grants will be distributed March 1st. Or they won't be distributed. I can start making purchases if I receive the grant.
Okay. Good. I'm sure you did a good job with it.
I tried.
I know you did. A question about Visit and See Farms. With that last $100, did you have a plan for that? I could not remember.
No, we did. Mm-mm.
Okay. I think at one time we talked about buying a cooler or something for a giveaway, and that just all those big event things went by us this year.
Yeah, we did talk about some options, but we never settled on anything.
Okay. Well, do you have a preference? Julie sent us. I don't know what we want to do. If we want to, what did she say? Stickers and pins, stickers, and like a farm sign, a couple of those. Mm-hmm.
3 farm signs.
Yeah.
I don't think we need the weatherproof poster since we already have the tall thing.
I would agree.
Are the stickers window stickers for participating businesses?
Let me get what I have here. We already have find us in the app, Visit Pitt County Farms. We already have these stickers. So we probably need to get these distributed. Looks like that.
Okay.
So it's
I can swing by and get them and drop and take them. If that would be helpful.
Yeah, I feel like with all the other things going on this year, we've just not I've not focused on it. And the time that we did, it poured down rain, and it was just, we just hadn't been the right year to focus and have real reception from folks for it.
Yeah. So. I did talk to the new community member who I told you about helping, just reaching out to farmers, and he has agreed. We just haven't come up with a plan yet, but he's out of town. So when he returns, we're going to get together and try to strategize.
Okay. And is this Bert James?
No, Will Fantle.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that would be so helpful.
Yeah.
Just to get that done. So
yeah.
Next week I'll be out at Raising Grace Farms, which is a flower farm that's just starting. I don't know if you've been out there.
I haven't, but I've heard about it.
I think they're in the app. I think they are.
I think they are. Mm-hmm.
I can take some stuff to them.
Okay. So. Hi, Lakeisha and Dr. Silvernail.
Hello, hello.
Do you feel good about running us through the agenda tonight?
Yeah, I feel pretty good about it.
Okay. And I have the list for roll call, so I'll do the roll call after you open up, and then you can work back through it. And did you see my I just sent you an email probably 10 minutes ago about the TFAP award.
I don't know much about that quite yet. They haven't reported out to us about it, so.
Okay. I was just looking on today and saw you guys were awarded.
Gotcha.
So that's good.
Yeah.
I as long as I'm looking at the right thing, and I think I am.
Gotcha.
Fiscal year for 2022, that would be next year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's 2021.
And that's what temporary aid to temporary
the emergency food assistance program.
Gotcha.
And North Carolina received $353,000 between the Food Bank of Central NC, the Food Bank of the Albemarle, and the Second Harvest Food Bank of the Metrolina.
Okay.
Hey, Mary Frances and CD. So I do know that Lauren and Kayla will not be joining us today. Kayla's in Hawaii, and Lauren is doing, what is she doing tonight?
There's Turkey Palooza, and they have a closing ceremony.
In her new role as interim director, is that right?
I believe it's interim associate director
Interim.
and director. Not quite sure how that works, but yeah.
Yeah, that didn't make a lot of sense, but okay.
I also saw, it looks like the budget was finally approved. The state budget.
I think Governor Cooper said he's going to sign it, but I don't know when that is.
Okay.
That's what WRAL was reporting, was that he was going to sign it.
That's exciting.
All right. And you said we were expecting some more guests tonight, right?
We have one guest joining us, Zach Hackney, and he's participated in action circles recently, so some people will be familiar with him. But a couple of our council members will be a few minutes late, and then CD has to leave early. So maybe we'll wait a couple minutes, and then when we do our community updates, we'll have CD go in the beginning.
Welcome, Zach. We're glad to have you join us. I see you're on our list now.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, everyone. Happy to be here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5 council members currently.
Mary Frances, you missed a great training on safe spaces at East Carolina on Saturday.
I was at the Harvest Festival.
Well, I hope you will get in one of the next classes. It was really wonderful.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I think Bert has joined us as well.
Hey, Bert. So maybe just a couple more minutes and then we'll call to order. We should get a quorum tonight, so.
You think we will or no?
I think we will.
Okay. Gloria
Steen. And I am expecting Eulalia to join us as well.
Folks, we are streaming tonight. I think I have successfully gotten that going on the Pitt County Extension YouTube channel.
Good evening, everyone.
Mayor, how are you?
I'm good, so I will be driving, okay?
Oh, boy.
But I will stop long enough to Zoom get on. So. Okay.
We do have a quorum now if we want to go ahead and get started. And I know some council members will be, at least one more will be joining us a little bit later.
All right. Well, I would like to call this council to the meeting at 5:04 p.m. Welcome everyone to the Pitt County Farm and Food Council. Today is November 16th, 2021. Caitlin, if you would take over the roll call.
Absolutely. Brandon Qualls. He should be joining us shortly. CD Gay.
Here, present, got it.
James Rhodes. Eulalia Williams.
James just popped on.
Okay.
Here.
Thank you. Eulalia Williams here. Warren Howard will be absent. Mayor Glorstein Brown.
Present.
Kayla Hall is absent. Lee Guth.
Here.
Lakeisha Pittman.
Here.
Pastor Mary Frances McClure.
I'm here.
Billy Tarleton. Dr. John Silvernail.
Good evening, I am here.
All right. That is everyone, as Mr. Jake Barrow has decided to currently step down from the council. So he will be absent as well.
Caitlin, I'm here. It's James.
Gotcha. Thank you. All right. That concludes the roll call. I will hand it back to you, Lakeisha.
All right. And so I hope you guys were able to review our minutes from our last meeting. Does anyone have any questions or corrections at this time?
I don't. This is James. I'd recommend approval.
Second,
Okay.
Gorstein.
I have an approval and a second. All right, we're good to go. Thank you, guys. And with the approval of the minutes, I would like to go to our next section as far as introducing our guest. And I see we have Zach Hackney on, a local chef and community gardener. Zach, if you don't mind, just speaking with us a little bit about who you are and just a little bit about yourself, just to introduce yourself to the council.
Hi, everyone. My name is Zach Hackney. I'm a recent transplant to the area. My wife is doing her residency at Vidant and is an OBGYN, and I've been working in the restaurant industry for the past 12 years. I also have been involved with community gardening in the Chapel Hill, Orange County area for about that period of time. One of the restaurants I've worked at over the past 10 years, I started and founded a culinary garden program there where we took land and dedicated it to growing vegetables for the restaurant. Since moving to the area, I've tried to become very involved with the local community garden in Farmville, North Carolina, where I now live, and am exploring all kinds of opportunities when it comes to restaurants, different food venues, and different ways to explore food access in the area around me. I'm very excited to be here tonight and looking forward to hearing everyone in this council. And thank you for having me very much.
Thank you for joining us. And so you'll get to hear a little bit about us. I'll ask that before we go into community announcements, that everyone just go around and introduce themselves. And I can go ahead and start, and I'll call each of you. By the way, I see you on the screen. Myself, I'm Lakeisha Pittman. I am an outreach coordinator with the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina. And I serve Pitt County along with Lenore, Green, Wilson, and Edgecombe County with our over 110 partner agencies in this area to work with them to get food out to clients and just supporting them and building capacity anyway around that nature of food security, making sure no one goes hungry. And so I will call you guys by the way I see you on my screen. And I'll start from the bottom. And Mr. James.
Hey, Zach. I'm James Rhodes with the Pitt County Planning Department.
Miss Eulalia.
Hi, I'm Eulalia. I am glad you're here, Zach. I'm from Farmville, and my passion is helping with community gardening.
Yes, and Mr. John.
Hey, Zach. John Silvernell. I'm the Pitt County Public Health Director, and I love to eat.
Thank you. Mary Frances.
Hey, I'm the pastor at Bethel United Methodist, and we have a community garden across the street from us that's managed by somebody in our church. And we have lots of beautiful collards. Oh, and I am obsessed with food trucks and local food that I know where it came from.
My mother is a United Methodist pastor, so.
Your mother must be Grace.
That's correct.
Oh, awesome.
All right. Mayor Glorstein, if you're able to chat with us, okay.
Okay. Hi, Zach. My name is Glorstein Brown. I am the mayor of Bethel, where all of those beautiful collards are being grown. And I too am excited that we have a community garden here, and Pastor McClure is very, very instrumental in making sure things get done in Bethel. I tell you, she's a trooper.
All right. Caitlin.
Hey, Zach. I am the coordinator for the Pitt County Farm and Food Council.
Mr. Carlton. Mr. Carlton, I think you're on mute.
That's a trick I play. I'm City Gay, director nonprofit called Exceed. We serve the food deserts in Greenville and Pitt County, low income communities, low access communities.
Lee.
Hi, all. Lee Guth. I'm the Cooperative Extension Director here in Pitt County.
Thank you. And Mr. James.
Hey, I'm also from Bethel, and I'm a farmer, crop consultant, industrial hemp enthusiast, small farm advocate. Anything farming, I like it.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. All right. So,
Thank you all
He
so
also
much.
has really cute cows. I love his cows. They make me happy.
Thank you for inviting me here tonight.
yes, thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. Love to make those connections in the community. So, so glad you could join us. I remember you coming out to our Food Security Council that day. So I'm really glad that you joining us tonight. All right. So next up, we'll do community announcements and updates. So I'm going to popcorn it a little bit to this way. Dr. Silvernail, what updates do you have for us tonight?
Oh, lots of stuff, I guess. COVID-wise, our numbers still continue to fall. So that's a good thing. As a rate, when I ran our numbers today, we were 1.4 cases per 1,000. CDC likes to put things in terms of per 100,000. So that's 140 cases per 100,000. So we're still considered an area of high transmission by the CDC definition. I think that definition is maybe a little too conservative in terms of what they call high transmission versus other levels of transmission, but it's kind of what we're stuck with. But 1.4 is pretty low. That's, 1.4 in 1,000. If you think about it in a day, now, of course, 1 in 1,000 could be the first person in 1,000 people you meet, could be the last person in 1,000 you meet, or anywhere in between. But I think the odds are pretty good that in your day-to-day work, unless you interact with a whole bunch of folks, you probably aren't going to run into anybody who's infected with COVID. So I think we're in a good place there. From a vaccine standpoint, 53% of the county is considered partially vaccinated, 49% of the county fully vaccinated. The raw numbers were, it's 95,000 and change in the partially vaccinated category. And I want to say it's 89,000 and change in the fully vaccinated category. So pretty good numbers from a raw number standpoint. County that is now, I think, 172 or 174, although we think the census clearly underestimates the true county population. We did start giving pediatric vaccines, the 5 to 11 Pfizer vaccine for the smaller, younger children in the community. And looking at the demographic data today on the state website, 5% of children in the 5 to 11 age group in Pitt County are already vaccinated, and it's only been out for about 10 days. So I think that's good news as well. And when I look at last year, last year our numbers were rising headed into the Thanksgiving holiday. And right now we've been steadily falling for several weeks, many weeks now. good thing. In Pitt County, we haven't had a knock on wood. We haven't had a Pitt County fatal case in a month. Our last fatality occurred on October 13th, I believe it was. So that's another good thing. The other encouraging thing from a COVID standpoint is the stability of the virus. I think we're now 12 or 14 weeks running where it's been nothing but Delta variant that's come up in the sequencing lab at ECU. So stability in the virus is also a good thing, because that means that the more of us that have had it, the more of us that have been vaccinated, if the virus isn't changing much, we might be able to reach, some margin of herd immunity. So I think those are all good things from the standpoint of COVID. Flu vaccination, if you haven't had your flu shot, please get your flu shot. We certainly want to help protect you there. Early in COVID, there was an article published that communities with higher rates of influenza vaccination had lower case fatality rates for COVID. So please get your flu shot. Got mine today. Let my immunization coordinator, who's retiring, jab me so she could get to poke the medical director once before she retired. She's retiring the end of December. And I think that's about it. Happy to answer questions if anybody's got questions.
Dr. Silvernail, this is Mayor Brown. Where are the boosters being given without, I guess, a charge, or people that do not have insurance? Can they come to the health department? I know some places I'm hearing they say they go to Walgreens or whatever, and they're asking for your insurance card or whatever. So.
Yeah, Mayor Brown. First of all, nobody should ever be charged for the vaccine itself.
Okay.
The vaccine is being provided with tax dollars through the federal government. So for the vaccine itself, no one should ever be charged for that. You can be billed for the administration fee. And
that's what they didn't know what that was for. Okay.
Yeah, and that's what the request is about the insurance, or if you're self-pay, they can bill you, or I think there's still a mechanism where they can bill the Health Research and Services Administration, or HRSA, for that administration fee. But really, there should be little or no cost to this for anybody, and no one should be charged for the vaccine itself, because that's with U.S. tax dollars. The pharmacies have vaccine. I can't tell you which pharmacy has which vaccine, but most of the chain pharmacies in town have one or more of the vaccines available. At the health department, we have the Moderna available for those 18 and older. We have the Pfizer available for children 5 to 11 age group. We did not do the adult version of Pfizer. That's been, Vidant has been the sort of the Pfizer hub for Pitt County and the region. So we felt there was enough access to Pfizer there for adults and children 12 and older to not bring that into the health department. We're already doing we do sometimes the J&J, we have the Moderna all the time, and now we're doing pediatric Pfizer. You get that many formulations and that many dosages into the mix, it's a recipe for medication errors, and we didn't want to see that happening in the department. So we've tried to stick with one formulation where possible. We do expect that at some point the Moderna will be available for younger age groups. We're just not sure when yet.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
And we do not bill for the administration fee, Mayor Brown. So we don't charge for that. Yeah, we decided we could have, but we decided that we didn't feel that the recovery was worth the effort on that, because there is a limitation as to what you can charge.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Any other questions for Dr. Silvernail? Thank you, Dr. Silvernail.
You're welcome.
Pastor McClure, will you share some updates with us, please?
Well, the collards are looking beautiful. If you drive through town, come and pick them. They're at the corner of James and Washington. We had a harvest festival on Saturday for the first time in a while, and we gave away produce and locally sourced milk and eggs. and it was a pretty awesome day. And people were talking about how could we have like a pop-up food market in our town. But other than that, that's all that's happening in my world.
Does anyone have any questions? Now, when you mentioned a pop-up food market, exactly, I guess, what is the ideal around that? Is that?
You know, we live in a food desert, and just to have a place where people that live in downtown and perhaps don't have the ability to drive somewhere to shop, you know, like a produce stand or something. I've had a couple people say that to me lately.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you for that. All right. Mr. James. I'm more clear. Mr. James Rhodes.
Yeah, you have to clarify now.
I gotta clarify now.
A couple of things that we talked about last meeting. I'm already trying to get into next year. First up, we will not have a cryptocurrency facility in Pitt County as it now stands. So that's been withdrawn, and we won't consider that anytime in the near future. So that was number one. Number two, redistricting, which all kind of came out of Census 2020. I always have to mention that. Our commissioners reported out last month that they had adopted a plan for the new districts. Happens that they told us to go back to the drawing board, and they adopted a different version at last night's meeting. So just know that if you live here in Pitt County, more than likely, if you live in some of the fringe areas, there's a good chance you've been redistricted. So just keep an eye on that. Filings will start in the next month or two. And just be aware before you go to the polls and think you might be voting for one individual, you might be incorrect. So keep up with your politics there. And the other thing is, I mentioned last month that we were moving forward with an update to our comprehensive land use plan. And again, for a very rural county, in some areas of our county anyway, very rural portions, we'll be looking at everything from ag land preservation to how to promote community gardens, how to respond to food deserts and those types of things, all those elements that are in our community. That's all to say we'll be going through about a year-long process and developing that plan. So we welcome input and feedback as we get through that process. That's all I have for tonight.
Thank you. Any questions?
James, will there be community meetings about that plan?
Oh, absolutely. And as we're moving into next year, hopefully some of those will be in person. I still feel like we'll have a pretty good virtual representation throughout the whole process, but I hope we can also get out and hold some in-person meetings. Right now with the ARP funds, the American Rescue Plan funds, we're actually getting out and doing some face-to-face meetings. So I'm encouraged that we might be able to incorporate that into our plan process too. I will update you each month, Caitlin, to let you know of opportunities.
That would be great. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Carlton. Mr. Carlton, I believe you're still on mute.
Okay, for the market, the mobile market, we are starting back up now around, we're gonna be around the holiday. We've got a couple of drives set up for the 20th and the following weeks with the right in the heart of West Fifth Street and mainly in that area. We'll be doing a lot of EBT activities around that, reaching the community that way. And just working with local growers. I heard Pastor talking about those collars. I know they give their collars to the community, so I won't badger. I wonder what you're thinking of a market that would be stand up market where you're going to be a location that you're going to be at all times. You're talking about something in and out, because we make it talk about pop up on occasion or two for you.
I mean, I was thinking
And
it's like periodically.
Maybe some
We'll talk.
we could do. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
Right. Any questions?
What we got going on?
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Carlton. Mayor Brown.
Okay. Oh, okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to talk about what Pastor talked about. I do know next Tuesday, United Providers of Health that is located in Bethel, they have set up shop there right beside the pharmacy. They offer COVID testing 5 days a week now. Both test rapid and the other testing. And also Tuesday, they will from 11 to 2 they only have 125 turkeys that they will be giving out. And they have really had people coming in getting their COVID test. So if you get a COVID test or have a COVID test done, you get a turkey. Also, we'll be having a Christmas parade December the 4th, and we will have vendors that will be set up at that time for Christmas shopping. And we will have tree lighting December the 3rd at 6 p.m. and hopefully have a little entertainment on that note. Also, I'd just like to say that I did volunteer with the 10,000 turkey giveaway at the Pitt County Fairground, and I was there at one thing and bagged up. He had over 40-some thousand pounds worth of sweet potatoes. So we bagged up all of the sweet potatoes and we started giving out the turkeys. And I was there until after 5, but I was there from 8 to pretty much after 5. But yes, it was a lot of turkeys and a lot of sweet potatoes. But I had fun doing it. I was tired, but I had fun doing it. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone have any questions for Mayor Brown? All right, Miss Eulalia.
Hello, I don't really have any updates, just that I am so thrilled to see Zach involved, and I've got dreams and stuff, but he's new, so I'm looking forward to his participation.
Thank you, Miss Eulalia. Lee, will you share some updates with us?
Thank you, Lakeisha. Couple of things at the Extension office. This is the time of year that we have the Ag Grant Ventures or Ag Venture Grants available, and that is tobacco trust fund money that has been repurposed into small grants to small farms, and it's focuses on farmers that have had a tie to tobacco production and are changing what they grow. So that's a priority area. Also looking for farmers that earn 50% of their income or more from farming. And then they're looking for innovative ways that farmers are looking to use this money to keep their farms sustainable, and if there's a chance to increase their yield or diversify what they're producing. So Ag Venture Grants, on our website, there's a link to those applications. They are due the 15th of December, and you have to work with an extension agent prior to submittal. So our deadline here locally to meet with an agent is the 8th of December, I believe. So, and we've had some successful grant applications before coming out of Ag Ventures. The other thing to mention is we have 2 positions currently open in our office. One is for a crops agent, and this is an extension agent that would be working with commodity and field crops. So cotton, peanuts, soybeans, wheat, tobacco, those kinds of big land crops. And the other position is a federally funded position, FNEP, the Expanded Food and Nutrition Program. This is for a person who will work with young people. So during the school year, they might be presenting in school classrooms. The curriculum that goes with FNEP is aligned with the NC standards that have to be taught in the school systems. And we do a lot of teaching in the classrooms and then in after school locations. And in the summer, we get to do really fun things. So we've worked with children as young as first, third grade, all the way up to kids in high school. So we are looking for some good candidates for both of those positions. That's all.
Thank you so much for those updates. Does anyone have any questions? All right. And now, Mr. Burt James, do you have anything to share with us tonight?
Nothing in particular, except it's a pretty smooth harvest for the farmers this year. You know, this a sustained drought. I don't know how much other people pay attention to that, but it's been a catch-22. We need the rain, but also the crop is probably further along being harvested than we've had in quite some time. So that's a good thing. So look for farmers to be out of the field early, and there's a lot of ups and downs too. Lee probably knows about this, but commodity prices are up, but they also say that fertilizer prices are going to be through the roof starting now, immediately. So that's going to shift the way we think about fertility and how we grow our food. And so sometimes change comes through force, and that could very well be the case this upcoming year. So that's just a little bit of perspective. I don't know what else I should share, but that's what I think about. So I'll just let you guys noodle on that for a little bit. And then industrial hemp is actually making some progress. There's more serious attention being paid to that in the building material and industrial space. Is that a loud
I've
noise?
got to say, this is James Rhodes. I grew up on a farm. I've never heard a positive report come from a farmer. Crops are getting out of the field early. That's just unheard of. It's always something, woe is me. So I'm really encouraged that things are doing well, especially north of the river. That's a good thing.
Well, you
notice
Amen.
you notice I followed up though with
I know you went on, you got back on that regular bandwagon, but you started out very positive. I'm encouraged.
Yeah, it's a true statement. You know, you see the combines that right now is you never say effortless because it's always an effort, but it's as dry and as smooth a harvest as I can remember. So it is a great thing.
Awesome. Well, anyone have any questions? All right. Brandon, I see you came on the call. How are you tonight?
Yes, hello. I'm doing well.
Awesome, awesome. Do you have it? We're in the middle of doing updates. Do you have any updates tonight?
I do not this evening.
Okay. No problem. Thank you so much. I do have a couple updates from the food bank. Just want to share with you guys as far as our October distribution numbers. For the Greenville branch, we were able to distribute over 958,000 pounds to the community. So as a little bit of a drop to what we've been doing, but still an astounding number to be distributing out to the community, because we have started to see a spike in clients that have been, visiting our pantries and soup kitchens. Open house is coming up. So, every once a quarter, we do an open house for new partners. So that next one will be in January, January 20th and January 25th. So anyone that wants to come partner with the food bank and serve community as far as getting food out there to the clients, and please send them my way and I can direct them to where we can sign up and get the process going. Our Latinx Empowerment Outreach Network, also known as LEON, has been working on a couple of initiatives, and two things that have been kind of going this past couple of weeks is that we've really reached a milestone to be able to work with our partner agencies to get messaging out to them, as far as like email messaging that we send to them all the time in English and in Spanish. So we'll be able to start translating those messages with an agency that we're working with to get that out, so that our Latinx led partners are able to get messaging directed for them. Also been working on culturally meaningful food and working on flyers to getting that out to partners that are working with Latinx community pretty closely. So more in the works on that, but I'll keep you guys updated and hopefully be able to share the flyer with you once it's finalized. Next, I just want to share with you about our Share Your Christmas Food and Fun Drive, which will be held December 6th through the 10th at 5 different Piggly Wigglies across the network. So looking forward to that. This is my second one. So we'll be out at different Piggly Wigglies, more of them towards the New Bern and Wilmington branch, but still Greenville branch will be represented out through that time. But that is all the updates that I have for me. Does anyone have any questions? All right.
What is that fun drive called? The Share Your what?
Share Your Christmas.
Share Your Christmas. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, if that is all for our community updates, I will turn it over to Caitlin for coordinator updates.
Thank you. First things first, at our last meeting, we appointed Lakeisha Pittman as the new chair. And Lakeisha, you've done an awesome job tonight. We discussed wanting to nominate a vice chair tonight. It was unsuccessful last month. So I just want to open the floor for any self-nominations or member nominations. The co-chair will stand in for Lakeisha when she is unavailable, and will lead us through our council meetings during that time. So here is the floor. It is open. Jeopardy song in the background.
Eulalia, would you be willing to serve as vice chair?
I'm pretty sure I heard her speak up, Lee. I think I heard her.
I knew that was going to happen.
And I made a nomination.
Sure, I was going to ask if that is the scope of the duties, I'll be happy to help out.
I nominate that and nominate Eulalia to be the vice chair for the food council. I make that nomination.
Awesome. And I think Eulalia was nominated at our last meeting, but was not able to speak for, I think Glorstein, you nominated her at our last meeting, if I remember correctly.
One of us, yeah. So yeah. Well, I made that same nomination. I'll make a motion.
I move that they be
Awesome.
closed.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I wasn't
Thank you,
even
James.
here.
Eulalia Williams nominated as vice chair, and nomination has been accepted. Yay.
Welcome.
All right. Thank you.
Yay.
All right, so we officially have a new chair, Lakeisha Pittman, and a new vice chair, Eulalia Williams, on the Pitt County Farm and Food Council. All right, next up, I did want to mention that the Z. Smith Reynolds Foundation grant is still open for application. That application is due, I believe it's December 4th. And I will try to include the one pager in the minutes. I'll at least include the link to the one pager in the minutes for anybody who wants to take a look at that. It is for nonprofit community organizations who are trying to progress community actions or initiatives. So take a look at that if you're interested. Next up, the Healthy Holiday Food Drive. This is our third annual Healthy Holiday Food Drive. In past years, we have done the food drive, the virtual fund drive with the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina. This year, we are partnering with one of their partner agencies, the Medical Food Pantry at Vidant. The Action Circles decided to just stay a little bit more local this year. Through the, you called that one, through the Medical Food Pantry. And I sent out the flyer on, I think it was Thursday or Friday. I distributed the flyer to the council and the Action Circles. I didn't receive any requests to alter or change. So that flyer is now free to be distributed, shared on social media platforms, via email, however you can get it out, please do. And there were 3 options for donating this year. You can drop off at the Medical Food Pantry. You can send a check to the Medical Food Pantry, and you can donate online. And all of that is outlined on the flyer, along with requested food items made by the food pantry. So if you want to donate food, you can get specific items there. So moving on to our Action Circles. I usually have the summaries already in the minutes during this meeting. I haven't plugged those in, so I'll plug those in after. But the Farm and Economic Development Action Circle met yesterday, and it was a very successful, productive meeting. Zach Hackney was on there with us, with Lee and myself, and Keith Purvis. Keith Purvis is the one who is leading the food commercialization project in Ayden. And the biggest holdup has been the state budget, which just announced today that Governor Roy Cooper will be signing. This is what he has been waiting for. We've been emailing. He's very excited. I haven't put my eyes on the actual budget. I don't know if it's out there for everyone to see. So I'm not sure what it looks like or what kind of funding the food commercialization project will get, but it's exciting. What was that?
I said, I think it's going to be good for them.
Good.
They're going to be happy.
I hope so. So hopefully at our next council meeting in December, we'll have an update on the progress of the Food Commercialization Center. Zach shared with us some of his future plans that were very exciting. Zach, do you want to like touch on them a little bit? Or I've probably exhausted you by now, but
sure. We talked about two different things that I have in the works. One of which is bringing a small smoked fish business to Eastern North Carolina. It was a plan that I developed in Central North Carolina before moving to Eastern North Carolina, and am looking to move from just product testing into finding a facility to do some processing and starting to get some things off the ground. I'm more than happy to talk to anyone about that more outside of this area. I rambled a lot about that at the other meeting. And then the other is looking at trying to bring a small farmers market to Farmville. I've talked to some people recently that maybe there's more interest than there used to be in Farmville. And many of the people I've talked to have said that they're just looking for someone to do the heavy lifting. So I'm looking to maybe be that person. So it was a very productive meeting.
awesome, thank you. And we had all decided probably about 5 or 6 months ago that action circle would meet bi-monthly. And our next meeting falls on January 17th, which is Martin Luther King Day. So we will be meeting the following Monday, January 24th at 1 p.m. So if you'd like to attend or participate in that meeting, reach out to me. I'll add you to the listserv. And these meetings are getting really exciting. So I'm just throwing that out there. The Food Security Action Circle, we discussed the TFAP funding for 2022 that was received by the Food Bank of Central and East North Carolina and 3 other food banks in North Carolina. We don't know a whole lot about it yet, so we will update you at a future meeting. The Food Security Action Circle and the Nutrition Education Action Circle have partnered on this Healthy Holiday Food Drive. So we have been working on that, and flyers out. We are ready for donations, as I mentioned before. And then to the Nutrition Education Action Circle, we are planning a partnership with the Bookmobile. This is what we were working on prior to COVID, and we're ready to get back on it. We will be going to Bookmobile locations, nursery locations, daycare locations, and teaching kids about gardening and food, fruits and vegetables, all that fun stuff. So that's what's going on in our action circles. I also wanted to mention that the Wayne Hardy Law Office is hosting a Thanksgiving dinner giveaway next weekend, Saturday, November 20th. I believe they will be giving away 500 12-pound frozen turkeys along with side items. So it's being advertised as a whole Thanksgiving dinner. It is on a first come, first served basis. Cars can line up at 6 a.m. and the giveaway will begin at 10 a.m. And that will be at the Wayne Hardy Law Office parking lot at 1609 Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. So of course, that information will be in the minutes. Please share with people that, you know, can use a Thanksgiving meal, and the Boys and Girls Club will be volunteering to help with that. So it's a nice community partnership. Those are all of the updates I have for you all. Does anybody have any questions or comments?
I do. I got a question for Lee real quick. Lee, do the Ag Center or is it the 4-H? I remember you saying something about some cooking classes, and were they for young people or for anybody, or how was that working? I thought I remember you talking about some cooking classes or something being offered at one time.
So Mayor, we can do several different things. The position that's currently open would be able to come to the after school center in Bethel or to the schools in Bethel and teach some basic snack preparation, but they do a curriculum that would last, I think it's maybe 6 visits that they would make.
Oh,
and,
okay.
and do a snack with them. The 4-H program does have some cooking curriculums for kids, and they could certainly do some of those things. We just need to have the audience, and they were the folks that came out during the summer.
For the summer, right?
But they could come during the year. It's not exclusive to the summer, and they are doing a holiday passport workshop for kids this year, and they're going to be looking at what different cultures do food wise around the holidays. So they'll have some basic food stuff going on there. But yes, that's a possibility.
Okay.
Just need to let me know what, email me with what you're thinking, and we'll see how we could work it out.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and our FCS agent certainly could come out and do a program. She's the one that's been doing stuff at the senior center with them, but she could do work with any adults or kids.
Okay, there was an awesome program that was done this summer to see the kids out actually.
Good.
With the grill. Yeah, that was really nice.
Barbecue boot camp.
Thank you. Yes.
All right, are there any other questions? That's all for us tonight. Is there a motion to adjourn this meeting?
So move.
Let me ask one thing. Our next meeting would be on December 21st. And Caitlin, I hope I'm not overstepping, but I know sometimes that December meeting gets canceled. I didn't know if we needed to check in and see if folks were going to be in town and available.
Yes, thank you. I completely forgot to bring that up.
That's Tuesday before Christmas that weekend.
Mm-hmm. I myself will be available, so I'm still okay to be there.
Okay.
I think in past years we also have given the option to set it at a earlier date at the same time. But I know December is an absolute crazy month for everybody. So do we have any suggestions?
Any business that we have to take care of, or could it wait for January?
I'm not aware of any pressing matters unless there's some kind of food distribution that will be taking place for the holiday, which can be shared in an email update.
Sold.
Okay.
Do you need a motion?
That is a Christmas present, and we, after spending a long night with the commissioners on December the 20th, I will be glad to take that night off on the 21st.
Okay.
That okay, Caitlin?
That's fine with me if it's fine with the group.
So we don't need a motion for that, do we?
It wouldn't hurt.
Okay, well, I'll make a motion that we cancel December meeting.
Do I have a second?
Okay.
I'll second it.
So
Right,
in lieu of a meeting, can I request that any community updates be shared with me if you feel that there are some that need to be shared by the 20th, and I can distribute those on the 21st.
Definitely.
Yes, add that to my motion.
Okay. James, you're on mute. Oh, he's talking to somebody else.
I'm sorry,
I'll
somebody
send-
stepped in, didn't, yes, I'm good.
Okay. I'll send out a reminder to get those community updates, and we'll distribute them on December 21st.
Okay.
Very
Thank
good.
you for catching that, Lee.
Yes.
All right. Glorcine, you want to remake that motion?
Oh, I make a motion that we cancel December meeting. And also if there are any community updates, be sent to Caitlin.
Yes.
Okay. Is that it? That's all I need to say?
Yes.
Do we
Okay.
have a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right. So it is. All right. So is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I thought we
So
did that.
move.
Oh, that was,
I
okay.
did, but yeah. so
Oh,
moved.
okay, never mind. My bad.
Okay.
So our next meeting will be after the email chain will be January 18th. So that is it. Thank you all.
Have a
All
good
right.
night, everybody.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Thank you for
Happy
letting me join.
holidays. Bye.
Thank you guys. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.